We'll do a short flight from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, and we use Beyond ATC for all the ATC communication, plus a little bit of the add-ons that I have put together. And we are sitting at gate 15 at Singapore, and we need to really start. So let's begin with it. First thing we do is switch on the batteries. Get external power. And we'll switch on beacon. Now we go back to now we will get Addons.
Advise on initial contact, you have information Yankee. Changi Airport information Yankee. 0902 Zulu. Wind 180 at 7. Visibility 10 miles or more. Few clouds at 2000. Ceiling 17,000 broken. Temperature 28. Dew point 23. QNH 1009er. VFR conditions. Landing runways 20 center, 20 right. Departing runway 20 center. Transition level 130. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact, you have information Yankee.
So we have keyed in the QNH, and we have also the initial climb rate we have to follow. Now we will get to starting the APU. APU start. Turn on the pumps and start. Wait for a whale to have. There we hear the APU start up. Strobe on. You can have the nav. Set this at standby. There we have a pin. So we put start APU bleed on. So once APU is started, we can disconnect external power, and we go back to ATC.
China Eastern 568 Heavy, Singapore delivery, expect runway 20 center, Mersing 9er Bravo departure, squawk 0150.
Mersing 9er Bravo departure, squawk 0150, China Eastern 568 Heavy.
China Eastern 568 Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground 121.725 when ready for pushback or engine start.
We'll contact ground 121.725 when ready for pushback or engine start. China Eastern 568 Heavy, thanks.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57 at gate 15, request IFR clearance with information Yankee.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57 Singapore delivery, information Yankee, correct. Expect runway 20 center, Masbo 5 Bravo departure, squawk 0030.
Expect runway 20 center, Mas B5E departure, squawk 0030. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, read back correct. Contact ground 121.725 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground on 121.725 when ready for pushback or engine start. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Scooter 972 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower 118.25.
Over to Tower 118.25, Scooter 972 Heavy.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Ready for pushback and start.
Bangkok Air 968, Gate 22. Request pushback and engine start.
Bangkok Air 968, Singapore ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Pushback approved. Face east, Bangkok Air 968.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, Singapore ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
China Eastern 568 Heavy, taxi for departure. China Eastern 568 Heavy, runway 20 center taxi via Uniform 2, Whiskey Alpha, November, Charlie 3, Echo, November. Runway 20 center taxi via Uniform 2, Whiskey Alpha, November, Charlie 3, Echo November, China Eastern 568 Heavy.
Singapore 928 at Gate 19er, request pushback.
Singapore 928, Singapore ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback approved. Face northeast, Singapore 928.
Bangkok Air 968, request taxi.
Bangkok Air 968, runway 20 center taxi via Lima 6, Sierra Charlie 1, Echo Papa, Echo November.
Runway 20 center via Lima 6, Sierra Charlie 1, Echo Papa, Echo November, Bangkok Air 968.
Pushback is done. Now we start engines.
Singapore 928, request taxi.
Singapore 928, runway 20 center taxi via Lima 6, Sierra Charlie 1, Echo Papa, Echo November.
Runway 20 center taxi via Lima 6, Sierra Charlie 1, Echo Papa, Echo November, Singapore 928.
Scooter 188 Heavy at gate 72, request pushback. Scooter 188 Heavy, Singapore ground, pushback approved, face west. Pushback approved, face west, Scooter 188 Heavy.
Start engine 1.
China Eastern 568 Heavy. Contact Singapore Tower 118.25. Have a good afternoon.
Both engines okay.
Contact Tower 118.25, China Eastern 568 Heavy.
Turn off APU. Turn off APU, bleed on. Have your seat belts. Taxi lights on. Runway lights not required. We'll do that for takeoff. And
Scooter 188 Heavy. Request taxi to the active. Scooter 188 Heavy. Runway 20 center taxi via uniform 1, Whiskey Alpha, November, Charlie 3, Echo November. Alright, we'll taxi to runway 20 center via uniform 1, Whiskey Alpha, November, Charlie 3, Echo November, Scooter 188 Heavy.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Request taxi to active runway ready to copy.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, runway 20 center taxi via Lima, 5 Lima 7, Echo Papa Echo November.
Runway 20 center, taxi via Lima 5, Lima 7, Echo Papa, Echo November, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
All aircraft be advised information Zulu now current, QNH 1010.
Set 1010. Now we'll taxi out. See, we will have brakes off. Set flap 1. Begin taxi. Okay.
Singapore 964 Heavy, contact Singapore Tower 118.25.
Over to Tower 118.25, Singapore 964 Heavy. Have a good afternoon.
Finnair 291 Heavy, Gate 143 taxi via Echo 6, Sierra Charlie 2, Whiskey Papa November, Charlie 2 November 3.
Gate 143 via Echo 6, Sierra Charlie 2, Whiskey Papa, November Charlie 2, November 3, Finnair 291 Heavy.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, contact Singapore Tower 118.25.
Contact Singapore Tower on 118.25, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Singapore Tower, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, holding short runway 20 center, request departure.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, Singapore Tower, wind 180 at 7, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff, traffic 7 mile final, no delay.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20 center, no delay, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Air 507, ready to go, runway 20 center. Wagon Air 507, hold short of 20 center. Wilco, hold short of 20 center for traffic, Wagon Air 507.
100 knots.
Qantas 51 heavy, go around. Fly runway center line, maintain 2,500 feet.
V1,
Going
rotate.
around. Fly runway centre line. Maintain 2,500 feet. Qantas 51 heavy.
Qantas 51 heavy, contact Singapore approach 124.05.
Contact Singapore approach 124.05. Qantas 51 heavy. Speak soon.
Speed check. Clean flaps. Thousand 200 feet, 1,500 feet.
507, Singapore Tower, wind 180 at 7, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff, Wagon Air 507. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, contact Singapore departure 120.3.
Contact Singapore departure on 120.3, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Singapore departure, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57 with you at 4,200 feet.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Singapore departure identified. Climb to 13,000 feet.
Climb to 13,000 feet, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. You're off course. Clear direct takeoff.
Resume own navigation.
Direct Victor Tango Kilo, resume on navigation, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. I guess it didn't read the SID, so it's cleared me direct to VTK. So let's see.
Industry Victor Juliet 57. Contact Singapore Center 123.7. Bye bye.
Contact Singapore Center on 123.7. Bye bye. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57 at flight level 119 for 130.
Malaysian 613, descend to 1000 feet, QNH 1010.
Standard.
Descend to 1000 feet, QNH 1010 Malaysian 613.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, Singapore Center. Good afternoon, identified, climb to flight level 260.
Good afternoon. Climb to flight level 260, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Singapore 928, contact Jakarta radar 120.9er, have a good afternoon.
Contact Jakarta radar 120.9er, Singapore 928.
Singapore Center, Scooter 972, heavy, flight level 390.
Scooter 972 heavy, Singapore Center identified.
Singapore Center, Thai 435 heavy, flight level 350.
Thai 435 heavy, Singapore Center, radar contact. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, contact Lumpur Control 126.1, have a good afternoon.
Contact Kuala Lumpur Control on 126. Have a good afternoon. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, Lumpur Control, expect Gupta 1 Juliet runway 32 right.
Kuala Lumpur Control, expect Gupta 1 Juliet runway 32 right. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
China Eastern 568 heavy, contact Singapore Center 123.7. Contact Singapore Center 123.7, China Eastern 568 heavy, have a good afternoon. Firefly 3132, radar vectors, runway 21. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, runway 21 ready for descent, Firefly 3132.
Firefly 3132, Seletar Airport landing runway 21 die.
Seletar Airport landing runway 21, Firefly 3132. Lumpur Control, Singapore 115, flight level 210.
Singapore 883 heavy, contact Singapore approach 124.05.
Contact Singapore approach 124.05, Singapore 883 heavy.
Singapore 115, Lumpur Control, radar contact.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, request altitude change to 7,000 feet.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, contact Lumpur radar 120.35.
Contact Lumpur radar on 120.35, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57. Lumpur radar, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57 at flight level 210, request altitude change to 7,000 feet.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57 Lumpur radar. Good afternoon. QNH 1006. Expect the ILS runway 3 to right with the Soldi transition.
QNH 1006, expect ILS 3 to right with Soldi transition. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1006. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1006.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1006, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, cleared direct Soldi. Cross Soldi at or above 6,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 3 to right.
Cleared direct Soldi, cross Soldi at or above 6,000. Cleared ILS 3 to right, Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57, wind variable, runway 32 right cleared to land.
Runway 32 right cleared to land. Airbus Industry Victor Juliet 57.
Malindo 324, contact Lumpur departure 135.25.
Contact Lumpur departure 135.25, Malindo 324A.
40, 30, 20, retard 5.
Red cap 15, runway 32 right, line up and wait. Line up and wait, runway 32 right, red cap 15.